Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be in the world. You are with Nomads Without Limits.
This is how it feels when you living that good life. I'm just living that good life. I'm just living that good life. I'm just living that good life.
Welcome to another conversation, expat nomad chat, or an adventure nomad chat. It doesn't matter. I'm glad you're here. But today I've got Miss Arlene Foster. Miss Foster, how are you?
I am great. Thank you.
Good, good. Now, I wanted to talk to you because I found out that you are a traveler and you are very adventurous. So tell us a little bit about yourself, where you've been, and what's your passion?
Okay, well, my passion, as you can see, is travel outside of nursing, which is my profession. And pretty much I've been to most of the Caribbean, 34 of the 50 states. And in terms of Europe, London, Paris, Rome, and Amsterdam so far.
Okay.
What are on my list of to-dos. So I am a mom of two boys who are over 18. I am a nurse by profession, and I'm also a scout master of a boy troop in Mount Vernon for the last 10 years. So I'm very adventurous based on my Boy Scouts, and we're always out in nature, in the woods, hiking, camping, you name it, rock climbing. And when I do get time to free myself from my obligations, I am traveling. So I just got back to Jamaica this afternoon I was there for 8 days, not really for pleasure, more for family obligations. My uncle passed away, but I made sure that I did put aside some time to have some fun.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining me. Thank you for giving me your time, because I
Yes,
know you just came in and I'm thinking, okay, I know she's going to be tired. So I'm glad I got you before you crashed. Okay.
Yes, yes.
So what inspired you, or who inspired you to travel?
Well, my first travel experience, of course, was in 1977 when my mom brought me here from Jamaica. So it's my first time, flying on a plane. I was a little girl of 7 years old, and I've always been fascinated with planes ever since. I'm very scholarly, and I managed to graduate from high school 6 months earlier than my peers. And in that 6 months time, I worked my job that was part-time. I worked it full-time and decided to treat myself to my first Caribbean cruise. So that was age 18. I took a Caribbean cruise out of Miami, I believe, and we went to St. Bart's, Puerto Rico, St. Thomas, St. John, and Jamaica. And I had to drag my then girlfriend with me because I wasn't quite 18 yet. So I needed her. She's a year older than me. So she was 18. So she was my adult chaperone. And that was an 8-day. And ever since then, it's nonstop.
Wow.
Can't stop.
I'm impressed.
My mom, I took my kids with me. So my two sons have been all over too.
So your fire was lit, and now you've lit their fire.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. My youngest son and I just came back from Grenada 2 weeks ago.
How was that?
Oh, excellent. Excellent. That's definitely the relaxation island.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A lot of relax. Maybe because I went with him. You know how teenagers are. They just want to eat, sleep, and internet. So maybe if I went with one of my girlfriends, I might have done a little bit more. But I knew I was going to Jamaica 2 weeks after. So I knew there was going to be a lot of fun. So I said, let me relax in Grenada, let him enjoy himself. And once I get to Jamaica, then I'll get to do what I want to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you're very adventurous.
Yes.
And we chatted before, and you started naming the things you've done. And I'm thinking, man, you don't find too many sisters that's doing all of that.
No, and they definitely don't want to get their hair wet.
Right. So what's some of the stuff that you've done?
Oh, I've definitely done hot air ballooning. I kayak, canoeing, anything that involves water. I have scuba dive. I think I need a refresher on the scuba because I did scuba when I was about 18, 19. And I haven't since. But snorkeling, I snorkel. Pretty much helicopter rides, anything that I haven't done before, I'm open to always try something new at least once and then say, okay, I tried it and I didn't like it.
So what do you do when you have your girlfriends who want to travel with you, but they don't want to do adventurous things? How do you handle that?
I leave them in the hotel, on the beach, wherever they want to be, and I go. And I will go solo and do my adventure, and then we'll meet up for dinner later on. But I'm not gonna not do it because they're afraid of it. I just leave them behind.
Got you. Are you afraid to travel solo?
No, my first solo trip was actually 2019. I took a trip to London by myself.
How was that?
Oh, now I'm ready to go. I don't need a buddy. I can do it solo. You know, outside of Jamaica. Jamaica, I've done solo several times, but that's home. So I don't really consider it, you know, being adventurous when I go to Jamaica. It's home. But definitely London, that solo bug bit me. So now I'm ready. When the girls say, oh, I can't go, it's okay. I'm gonna go.
Wow.
Solo. Yeah.
So where have you gone? What's your favorite country for adventure?
Definitely Costa Rica, as we spoke about before. I mean, I was up at 5 a.m. meeting my tour guide to get on that bus and go. So we were doing hanging bridges, horseback riding, visiting a crocodile farm. I mean, and I'm not an early morning riser, but I was up and ready at 5 a.m. to jump on that bus and go, oh, the monkey encounters. I mean, there was monkeys all over me. And my girlfriend actually stayed in the van. She didn't even come out. So Costa Rica, I was up and moving by 5 a.m. every day for 4 days in a row.
Yeah, I tell people, if you want some adventure, go to Costa Rica.
Rica has it.
Non-stop.
Non-stop. You will not be disappointed.
Okay, let me ask you, what's your fear? What's that one adventure you want to do, but you're thinking, nah, I don't want to do it. I'm scared.
The skydiving.
Gotcha.
So I think it's like one of the two things left that I have not done that I want to do. And I kind of like left them at the end, skydiving and hand gliding.
Okay.
Yes. So
all right.
There's still a lot to do. I'm not in a rush to do them, but if I get the opportunity, I absolutely will do them.
Just do it. I've been skydiving 6 times and I'm
okay.
Yeah. I went hang gliding in Brazil last November.
It's funny because my best friend picked me up today from the airport and he was telling me that the last time he was in Brazil, all his boys did it, but he didn't want to do it. I said, that's on my list of to do. And he did do it in Brazil too. So good. I'm looking for
because there's something about running off the side of a mountain.
Oh my gosh.
Just knowing if that glider is going to pick up or not.
Yeah.
And it's an experience that you want to piss your pants, but you know you're being recorded, so you can't piss your pants.
Oh, it's definitely on my to-do list.
Oh, and I recommend getting scuba certified.
Okay.
You have to. Because eventually I'm going to plan a scuba trip with the Nomads Without Limits.
Sounds good.
Okay. And we did skydiving last summer.
Okay.
And you missed out on that. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow. I'm sure there'll be a repeat, right?
Yes, there will. Yes, there will be. So what advice would you offer female solo travelers or someone who wants to go solo travel, but they're afraid to?
Oh, just go. I mean, especially if you have a bubbly personality like me, you're by yourself. Trust me, you're going to meet people and you will not be by yourself any longer. It's the experience. I love meeting new people. And that's how now, like each time I travel, I meet people from different countries. Right now, I have an open invitation to New Zealand. I have an open invitation to Maui. And, you know, I can't wait to capitalize on that. So you do, you know, amazing people. Don't be afraid. Just go and just do it. Just do it.
I tell you, I see myself in you because I know people all over the world now. And I tell them, if you come to Miami, you got a place to stay. Just come. I got you. Right. And I know that if I go to their country, I got a place to stay. So you connect with people and it's a beautiful thing.
Oh, yes. And Peru, I forgot about Peru. I met 2 young ladies when I was in Costa Rica who live in Peru. And we're Facebook friends now. And there's like, if you're in Peru, just hit us up.
That's it. That's it. That's what it's about right there.
It is.
So what's the main country on your bucket list now? Like if you won the lottery today or tomorrow? Australia.
Yes, I should have gone in 2020, but you know, the COVID shut that down. But Australia, I was just talking about it today with my friend. I was like, Australia's not going to miss me. I am going.
What's so special about Australia?
You know what? I think it's from watching Steve all these years, the crocodile guy. And I was just mesmerized. Even though Australia has, you know, some of the most venomous creatures, I didn't let that scare me. I was like, you know what? I still want to go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is
See, and right now I just want to go and I started scuba diving. So
mhm,
now my new goal is to scuba dive all over the world.
that's a nice goal.
That's it. And before did that, I was into snorkeling. So my goal was to snorkel all over the world.
Okay,
So I see how I'm growing now. And
right.
I think in another year, I'm probably going to want a sailboat and want to sail the world in, you know?
It sounds all good. Life is
So
for us to enjoy and explore. Why not?
yes, yes. And I try to tell people, people tell me I don't have enough time. I can't do this. I can't do that. And I say, no more excuses. No,
No,
drop the excuses. Either you want to do it or you don't want to do it. If you want to do it, you're going to make a way
you
to do it.
you will make time to do it.
Yes. And for
Yeah.
people who say, I don't have enough time, I tell
Hmm.
people we all have 24 hours. We got the same 24 hours in our day. My job is to get the most out of my 24, and your job is to get the most out of your 24.
Exactly.
Now, if you choose to sleep for 14 of those 24, that's on you.
Exactly. Exactly. So I have goes on vacation with me. She's quick to go, but then she goes, "Oh my God, did you schedule an activity every day?" I said, "Yeah. I thought we'd have a break to sleep in." I said, "No, no, no. You do that when you get home. We're
Yes.
on and we're on the go." Because I took her to California at the end of January, and every day I had an excursion, and I was like, "Come on, we got to go. We got to go." She's like, "Oh my God." I said, "You rest when you get home.
See, that's me. That is me right there.
Rest when you get home." That's why I always tell them, take a day before vacation off and take 2 days when you come back. So that's when you will rest before you go back to work. But we don't rest on vacation.
See, I got to learn that because
Yeah.
what I do, I catch the red eye and go straight to work.
Oh no, 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 no.
Yeah.
Like tomorrow, I'm scheduled to teach a class at 10, but only because the other day will be next week, and next week I'm going again. I'm heading to Alabama to do some state hopping. Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, and we're gonna try to squeeze in Tennessee.
Wow.
Can't do it next week, so let me teach the class tomorrow because I have what I call my mental health Mondays, and I
Okay.
don't anyone on Mondays. But tomorrow, I make an exception because I know next week I'm going.
So do you travel with just one extra person or is it a group?
Depends on where we're going. Usually, it's the state hopping is my best friend of 42 years. She used to live in New York. She moved to Virginia last May,
Okay.
so we still travel. I just meet her in DCA,
Got it.
and then board our flight to wherever we're going. So it's primarily her. Once in a blue moon, we have a group of 4 or 5.
Oh my God.
Now, my 50th birthday was supposed to be to Bali, and it was 15 of us. But that got canceled. So we are rescheduling. We're going to give Bali a few years to catch up to the vaccines and everything. So we're going to do Greece next September because they
Okay.
extended our credit till 2023 September. So we're going to do Greece.
I don't know what to say. You're doing it.
Listen, I was like, oh, I couldn't wait. My goal was, okay, just get these 2 boys to 18, get them out of high school, off to college, trade school, wherever they're going. And now I want to extend my cruises from 8 days to start doing 10 and 14-day cruises because there's no more babies at home.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And
Yes, go ahead.
so many people have an excuse of I'm a single mom.
Don't matter.
It don't matter.
It don't matter. You have cousins, aunties, tap in on those godparents. Hello.
Yes. Yes.
Parents, but my kids are pretty much self-sufficient. They cook, it's 2 boys. They cook on their own, do their own washing. So there's nothing they're dependent on mama for.
Good, good.
Raise them to be independent that way because I knew I wanted to, fly the coop and leave them home, and I'm leaving.
Now let's talk about dating. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Would you date someone who does not have a passport?
You know something? It's funny because I did dabble in a little bit of online dating, and that was one of my requirements. I was like, you got to have a passport with me because I just feel like how are you going to be my other half, and then half the time I'm out the country and you're stuck at home.
Right, right.
That's not going to work.
Okay.
And I would say someone who does not have it, as long as they're open to getting one.
Okay.
Because there's a few people who don't have one. They haven't had any desire to travel internationally, but they're open to get one. Then I would date someone without a passport, as long as he's open to getting one.
Okay. How long would you give him to get that passport?
Within a year, better happen.
I was thinking 90 days.
Oh, see, I'm very nice. Within a
Okay.
year of dating, you better have it.
So what are your requirements? Just in case there's someone out there that's saying, man, I wouldn't mind talking to her. What are your requirements for that travel partner or that companion?
Be open. You don't have to be open to all my adventures because, some people are afraid of heights. Not everybody like water. Not everybody swims. So be open to go with me and at least do one adventure that we consider safe. For instance, that's my girlfriend. She's never been out of the country. I'm taking her on a trip. And she was like, listen, I don't swim, but she's open to horseback riding. And she said, maybe kayaking. So I'm okay with that. But be open. We're not just going to be beach bums and just lay on the beach all day. That's not an adventure. I'll give you your day if that's what you like, but we got to do something. Even if it's just, simple kayaking in the ocean, I'll stay in the shallow in case you're afraid, so I'm open.
Okay.
And not the type of person, we're going to do what I want to do. And then, I'm pretty open. So
Have you met
go ahead.
Have you met that one person that looked at you to say, let's go? And they took the lead and no?
Not yet.
How would you handle that?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. I am ready. If you're ready, let's go.
Normally, I'm the person that's saying, let's go. We're doing A, B, C, D. Let's go.
That's me. I'm the planner. I'm the vacation planner. I plan all the excursions. That's me.
Right.
Yeah.
One of my best travel partners was Valerie. And Valerie, we went to Hawaii together.
Nice.
And she looked at me and she said, look, just tell me what time to be ready.
Okay. See, I like that.
All right. I'm good. Because I'm that type of person where I'm not going to wait for you long.
Right.
I'll just sit in the car. And if you don't show up, I'm leaving.
That's me. I'm ready to go. Packed. Even though I'm not a morning person, when it comes to vacations and excursions, I will get up for them.
Yes. Now, one of my requirements for traveling for a travel partner is that you have to know CPR.
Oh, well, I'm a nurse, so that's a given.
There you go. There you go. And people say, well, why is that such a requirement? I said, because in case I'm 56 now, in case I go down,
right?
No, I got a fighting chance.
That's right.
I don't want you standing over me talking about help, somebody come help. No.
911.
That's right. You better get down and start compressions.
Start before 911 gets there.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't ask for much. You got to be self-sufficient, have your own money.
Oh, of course. That's number one. I had girlfriends who were on vacation. Oh, could you spot me till we get home? No. That's good. I can take you to the nearest ATM. How about that?
Oh, yeah. They want to spot you, to
spot them the whole vacation until we get back home. I said, but I need my money now while I'm here to use it. So when I give you half of what I got, then that cuts me short. So I started to just like, listen, if you could only afford the fare and nothing else, then you just need to stay home.
Right. I agree.
No. Yeah.
Now, one thing I did learn is that when you cruise with someone, you got to make sure you don't put everything on your card.
Oh, no.
You've got your card. I've got my card.
We split it. If it's 4 in a room, here's 4 credit cards. No, nobody on my card or going on my own. Oh, yeah.
Right. I learned that lesson years ago. I took my aunt on a cruise with me. She thought that card was a credit card where you can just go shopping with it.
Ooh.
I got that bill the night before. I was lit. I was hot.
Oh my! Of course.
Yeah.
Probably deck number 5 in the shopping stores.
Right.
Oh goodness, no. Yeah, we don't do the shared card. No.
Yeah, because people will screw you with a quickness.
Oh yeah. Especially when they know it's not coming out their pocket. Absolutely.
Right. And people don't realize those drinks on the cruise ship, they add up. So I may do 3 drinks. First day, middle day, last day. That's it.
Yeah, I usually do maybe one like when we get there because I like to be alert at all times.
Right.
So I let my friends drink. And in most cases, since we were young, I've always been the designated driver. And I have a rule of a 2 drink max. So after 2 drink, and that's after dinner.
Okay.
That's not stomach. So after 2 drinks, I'm done. So you guys go ahead to number 10. I'm good. Yeah, I don't. And if I'm going to be in, in water and stuff like that, I need to be alert.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
You really do. So what's the cruise that's on your list, that must do cruise?
It's already scheduled. June 4th to the 12th, I will be cruising Alaska out of Seattle.
Oh, give me a fist bump. Give me a fist bump. Come here. Come here. Bam. Wow.
And I take an extra day when we come off the ship. I'm renting a car and we're going to drive to Oregon.
Okay.
So I can add another state under my belt.
So you're cruising out of Seattle?
Seattle.
Yes. Now,
Yes.
I cruised out of Seattle for my Alaska cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Seattle is amazing.
Oh, I did Seattle September 2019.
Okay.
I had an endocrine conference. So I dragged my BFF with me and we vacation out of it. So we went to so-called Mean Falls. We did the, what's that tower called? Oh my God. The towers that they have in most of the country, they have it in Canada. What is it called?
I can't think of the name of it right now.
Rode the monorail. We went to Chateau Saint Michelle, of course. It was like, if you are a wine connoisseur, you cannot go to Seattle and not go to Chateau Saint Michelle. So we did that. We had some seafood, of course.
Yes.
Can't be on a course. So we packed it in. It was only 5 days. But when I say we packed it in those 5 days, we were all.
That's it. That's it. We do not travel to rest.
No, home for resting.
That's it. I tell people we got stuff to see. We got stuff to do.
To do. Yes.
Right?
Do.
And bring your ibuprofen because you're going to be sore by the time we finish.
Oh,
okay.
But I'm a nurse. I always have my backup, emergency kit with all type of Tums, Imodium, Pepto-Bismol. You need it. I got it.
Got it. So have you experienced any medical emergencies while flying or cruising? No heart attacks, nothing where you had to go to work?
I did CPR on a plane once. I was in my 20s. Somebody got sick on a plane. I think that was about it. Someone died on the ship in Hawaii, but they were already dead. There was nothing I could do about it. Okay. But I saw a coroner came to take the body off. And I said, well, what better place to die than on vacation? Happy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds good. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to plan that, but it sounds good.
At least the person was on vacation. They had to be happy. So, they this land a happy person.
But then again, they could have seen that bill and said, oh.
Exactly. Well, I plan ahead. Like for cruises, I know if I'm going to be charging up stuff, I always have the money ready at the end and say, okay, here it is. Take it all. I don't want to go home to this bill.
Right.
I'll take last day. Like, okay, switch the card out, take this and just pay the balance.
Good. Yeah. I like that. You got a system. It works.
Yes. And I saw in one of your questions, you asked, how do you plan for vacation? Every payday, I have a vacation account at a bank that I don't use regularly, and the money just goes. So
you never touch it.
No, until it's time for vacation.
Nice.
I got to dip in my savings to pay. No, the vacation money sits there.
Okay.
To go.
So what do you do when you have that partner? Let's say you want to schedule a trip. That's expensive.
Yes.
And get that partner that says, well, I don't know. I'm going to come up short. Are you going to have their back?
It depends on who it is. Now, if it's my spouse, absolutely, I got their back.
Okay.
Even the best friend, because I know she's good for it, and I'll probably get it during the vacation or once we come back. But those are the only two people that I've ever felt comfortable with spotting, and I know they're good for it.
Okay.
Other friends, not happening.
Sure. I look at a spouse like, hey, I want my money back.
I'll let it go. But the next vacation is on you. If I paid for the last vacation, then you got to make it up. The next one is on you.
I want my money back.
Yeah. Paying for the next.
I love it. I love it. So is there anything you want to add as far as travel tips? Any advice?
Well, I learned after my first solo trip, well, before I went, I did some research and, checked with other women who would travel solo. So with my solo trip, I made sure that the hotel where I was staying had dining facilities, because I don't want to have to be searching, okay, where am I going to eat each day? So it was easy for me in London to just go downstairs and have breakfast. They had a bar as well, and they also served dinner.
Okay.
So I don't want, and knowing what not to say. Don't say to people that you meet, oh, I'm here by myself, I'm here alone. It's always, oh, I'm here with a couple of friends, but they didn't want to do this excursion, or my friends are going to meet me in about an hour. Especially, as a single woman traveling by yourself, I don't want to put that out there to men that I'm traveling along. There's some creepy men out there.
Great advice. Great advice.
Definitely.
Now, what about posting? Do you post that you're in Jamaica while you're in Jamaica, or do you wait until you return home?
Post I'm there, but I won't post my location until I've left.
Okay.
So if you look at my posts, they all happen after I leave the area where I am. So if somebody's thinking that they're going to go and meet me there, I'm already gone.
Okay.
I post after I leave.
Okay. Because I talked to one young lady and she told me that what she does is that she will post after she returns.
I guess maybe because she lived alone. See, I have my family here, so my house is never empty for anybody to come and burglarize it.
Okay.
It make a sad mistake trying to come here because, oh, she's in Jamaica. Let me go and burglarize. No, there's people here waiting for you.
Okay. I like that.
So yeah, if you live alone, I would definitely not post until I get back.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Great idea. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Sure.
And hopefully somebody's listening and they'll stop doing what they're doing, because so many women will go out there and say, hey, I'm at the airport now. I'm headed to Cancun. And somebody's thinking, man, okay, she lives by herself. That house is available. Let me go and talk to that house. Let me move in for a couple of days.
Exactly. Yeah. So definitely, if you live alone, do not post until you return.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you for some great advice, and thank you for your time.
Oh, you're welcome.
I've been excited all week. I said, man, I can't wait to talk to her. The energy is good. She's adventurous and she can't sit still.
No, cannot.
So people like us, huh?
I said, we don't have time to sit still. The whole world is out there for us to explore. Gotta go.
Thank you. Say it again. I don't think I heard you in the back.
To retirement, to travel, you don't know what state you're going to be in retirement. You don't know what your physical condition. Go now while you can. And if you still can in retirement, that's even better, but go now.
Thank you. That's the one thing I learned from my dad.
Yeah.
Because I remember asking him, if you were on your deathbed right now, what advice would you give me? And he had MS, he had prostate problems, congestive heart failure, you name it, he had it.
Okay.
He was on dialysis too. So he told me, he said, do all the things you want to do now while you can do it. Because when you reach my age, there's no telling what financial status you're going to be in. There's no telling how your health is going to be. You may not be able to sit on a plane for 15 hours.
Right.
So do it now. He said, look at me. Look at me. I would have never guessed I would have MS.
Right.
So I was like, okay. So now I live as though I'm retired now.
Yeah. You don't know what's headed your way as you get older. You don't know.
Right.
So don't traveling for retirement. Start now. That's
it. So thank you. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for inspiring the world. Okay.
Yeah. Welcome.
Is there a contact information or a contact email address anybody can reach you in case they have questions, or a website?
Oh, absolutely. They can email me at JINNAL70, and that's at AOL.com. I just told my age because I still have an AOL account, but it's okay. It's all right with me. If you can email me any questions you have, and I will be glad to, answer your questions. Okay. Well, thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your time. Welcome. And keep the energy flowing and just continue seeing the world. Okay. Yes, I will. Thank you. Have a great. All right. Take care. See you next time. All right. Bye. All right. There we go. Nomads, get out there and see the world. Get out there and do your thing. Man, if you like what you hear, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, and just make yourself at home. We shall return with more videos and more interviews. So enjoy yourself and have a great day, a great evening, great week, great rest of the year. Do all the things you want to do. I'm just living that good life. I'm just living that good life. Good